Commander Vexthul watched through the reinforced viewports as the human prisoner was dragged into the arena. The creature looked remarkably unremarkable, bipedal, soft-skinned, lacking any visible natural weapons. No claws, no fangs, no armored carapace. How such a fragile species had managed to spread across 3 star systems remained a mystery that irritated the Kethri military command. "Release the Shadow Maw," Vexthul ordered, his mandibles clicking with anticipation. Dr. Elena Rodriguez felt the neural dampener weighing heavy around her neck as she was shoved into the center of the massive arena. The floor was stained with the blood of previous victims, other species the Kethri had deemed worthy of their twisted entertainment. Around her, thousands of insectoid aliens chittered and hissed from tiered seating that stretched up into darkness. The gate across from her began to rise with a mechanical groan. Elena had studied xenobiology for 15 years before the war began. She knew exactly what emerged from that gate, a Shadow Maw, the Kethri's prized war beast. 8 feet of midnight black chitin, razor-sharp mandibles that could shear through titanium, and compound eyes that could track movement in complete darkness. Its 4 arms ended in serrated talons, and bioluminescent patterns pulsed along its thorax in hypnotic waves meant to disorient prey. The creature let out a bone-rattling shriek that echoed through the arena. The Kethri audience responded with enthusiastic clicks and whistles. Elena smiled. She raised her fingers to her lips and whistled, a sharp, piercing note that cut through the alien cacophony like a blade through silk. The sound was simple, almost musical, but it carried something the Kethri had never heard before, the hunting call of Earth's apex predator. The response was immediate. Reality itself seemed to bend around Elena as quantum tunnels tore open in the arena floor. From Earth, across impossible distances, they came. The first to emerge was Fenrir, a 12-foot Arctic wolf whose genetic modifications had been perfected during humanity's expansion into sub-zero colony worlds. His breath misted in the suddenly frigid air, and his ice-blue eyes locked onto the Shadow Maw with predatory intelligence. Next came Thunder, a Bengal tiger whose neural augmentations allowed her to process combat scenarios in nanoseconds. Her orange and black stripes seemed to shimmer with built-in camouflage technology as she circled right, forcing the Shadow Maw to divide its attention. From the shadows materialized Ghost, a genetically enhanced leopard whose adaptive camouflage made her nearly invisible until she chose to be seen. Her spots shifted color to match the arena's dark stone, and only the soft padding of her paws on the ground betrayed her presence. The Shadow Maw, apex predator of its own world, suddenly found itself facing something it had never encountered, coordinated pack hunters with millions of years of evolutionary refinement and human technological enhancement. Commander Vexthul's mandibles stopped clicking. Around the arena, the Kethri fell silent. Elena's whistle changed pitch, becoming a complex series of notes that her companions understood instinctively. Fenrir's howl joined the melody, a sound that had once echoed across Earth's frozen tundras and now carried across the stars. Thunder added her roar, a bass note that vibrated through the arena's structure. Ghost remained silent, as was her nature, but her presence was felt by every living thing in that space. The Shadow Maw took a step backward. "Impossible," Vexthul whispered in his clicking language. "They're separated by light years. Quantum tunneling of living matter across such distances would require." His scientific advisor's antennae trembled. "Energy output equivalent to a small star, Commander. The humans have weaponized quantum entanglement on a biological level." Elena walked forward, her 3 companions moving with fluid coordination around her. The Shadow Maw, bred for dominance and trained for killing, found itself backing against the arena wall. For the first time in its genetically modified existence, it understood what prey felt like. "You wanted to see what makes humans dangerous," Elena called out, her voice carrying clearly in the suddenly quiet arena. "It was never our technology or our weapons. It was our bonds, with each other, and with the predators we chose to call family." She whistled once more, and her companions vanished back through their quantum tunnels, leaving only the scent of wild places and the memory of ancient hunts. The Shadow Maw whimpered.